On those hot summer days, there's nothing better than making your favorite drink into a slushie. I'm excited to test out our frozen magic. Let's do a quick unboxing. After we unboxed our frozen magic, we of course have our frozen magic cup. I didn't actually realize that came with a straw with a spoon. That's kind of cool. And then we have some directions. The exterior of this cup is almost like a silicone. There is a lid that you could unscrew here from the top. Then we'll look on the inside. This is plastic looking. It's almost like little ice packs that are inside of here, and I guess that's what makes our drink into a slush. I wanted to show you how you can actually take apart the frozen magic. You see there's these little tabs. You just brace your fingers and thumb against it, and you can just start spinning, and you really can just take the whole thing apart. And I guess you can use this for cleaning or just storage or whatnot, but that's kind of neat. And all you do is put it back together, make sure you have your rings in order, and screw it back together. The directions were pretty difficult to understand. It looks like a really poor translation, but it does say our first step is to freeze our frozen magic. Now, it doesn't give us a timeline for freezing, but it does say that all freezers are different. Just make sure that it is frozen. It doesn't tell me to wash it first, but I'm absolutely going to do that. Frozen magic is hand wash only, so no dishwasher. So after I go and hand wash this, I am going to put it in the freezer for 24 hours, and then we're going to try out some drinks. We are all frozen and ready to go, so I'm excited to see how this works. I did measure, and it takes about 8 ounces of liquid. The directions tell us to put any cold drink, your favorite chilled drink in there, and I love Diet Pepsi, so let's try this. All right, just pouring it in there. We'll pour it all the way up to the top. That's about good. Maybe I should put the lid on and see what happens. All right, so now we're supposed to immediately start squishing the cup. Let's see. Maybe I put too much in, who knows? Well, you know what? It's looking like it's getting slushier in there. I find if I squeeze from the bottom, move my way up, it seems to move the product around a little better. Let me take this lid off. You see that slush happening? That's cool. After about a minute of mixing it up, I say that I've got some pretty decent slush. Let's use the spoon and give it a try. All right. Frozen Diet Pepsi. I will say it's cold and refreshing, but the texture of the ice does not remind me of being a slushie. Maybe I overmixed it and we'll keep trying. I just thought I would share that. Now, I have a little Pepsi left, or Diet Pepsi. I'm going to see if I can keep doing this. So for my first test, you know what? I think it did okay. I'm not all that impressed. This is the kind of pieces I get. They're frozen, but they're not necessarily slushy. I will try it with some non-diet soda to see if we get a difference. Let me go finish this up, wash it up, and refreeze it. I tell you what, it was not very easy getting the last little bit of slush out of the bottom, but I persisted. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go clean it up. And it doesn't look like it's going to be very easy cleaning these crevices here, but I'm going to wash it up and then refreeze it so we can try it again tomorrow. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And who knew making slushies could be so fun, easy, and delicious? We've got our first one behind us. Now, let's try it again. I've just pulled this out of the freezer after another 24-hour period. I want to get a temperature. You're seeing this? Wow, we're into the negatives. That is really cold inside there. This time we have a regular Coke, and I found a 7.5 ounce can, which I thought was hilarious. Let's try this one out. If you remember, this cup was supposed to keep 8 ounces, so this 7.5 ounce can should be absolutely perfect. We can start the process here. Let that fizz go down a little, add some more of the Coke. I did see some ice already starting to form. I don't want to overfill this. As I've been using this, I found that the best method is to actually start to squeeze at the bottom and then move your way up about an inch or so at a time, and you can see that this is already starting to make an awesome slush. Let me see if I can add the rest of this soda in there. All right, Just looking at this is already better than what the Diet Pepsi was. This is more like that slushy that you're looking for. And I'm wondering if the sugar in here versus the sugar in the Diet Pepsi has something to do with the mixture, but this is absolutely what you would expect from a slushy. Couple more observations. The outside of the cup is cool. It's not cold, but some people might not like it being cool. You might want a koozie or something to wrap it in. Also, reaching down here to the bottom to get that last little bit of the slush sometimes is difficult. Your spoon gets stuck or you push the slush down further. I've actually had a few times where the green part of the spoon popped off, so that was frustrating. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of the Frozen Magic, the DIY at-home slushie maker? Is this something that you have used? Would you consider it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. This time I have one of these good to grow drinks. Now, these are only 6 ounces, but it's just a typical drink, and this is what my son wanted me to make a slushie out of. So let's pour it in there. Remember how I said this holds 8 ounces, so the 6 ounces almost goes to the top. I'm gonna leave the lid off, and let's start the process. I've been working on this now for over a minute, and for some reason this is not getting as slushy as fast as when I did the soda. I mean, I can see the ice forming, but it's definitely not the same. I've been going at this for about 2 minutes, and right now I'm saying this is absolutely the type of texture you would expect from a slushie. I am really impressed. I was worried there for a minute, but it came through. In this video, we were taking a look at the Frozen Magic, the at-home DIY slushie maker that I purchased for around $22. And yes, this is another product that Instagram made me buy. So what did I think of it? Well, after you freeze it for 8 to 24 hours, depending on your freezer, this actually does make your favorite cold drink into a slushie in a matter of minutes. My experience, it took between 1 and 5 minutes, but that is super cool. I found out the hard way that this doesn't really work with diet drinks or with fake sugar. You have to use real sugar, otherwise you just get like a cold frozen drink instead of a slush. It should be noted that you're not supposed to use any sharp objects on the inside, and that's why they actually recommend using the spoon that it came with, because you don't want to risk puncturing the freezer packs. After I purchased this item, I tried reviewing the directions, but they were just terrible, so I started to do some research, and then I quickly learned this is not a new product at all. In fact, it's been out for like 2 years, but Instagram just notified me of it. I think my Instagram is broken. Anyway, a reviewer friend of mine who needs absolutely no introduction is James White with Freakin' Reviews, also reviewed this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link his review down below. He actually reviewed 2 different slushies. It's a pretty cool video, so go check it out. I did think this was kind of a cool product that's fun for the whole family. The only problem is if you have a big family, you're gonna need more than 1 cup, because waiting 8 hours each time for someone to get their slush just isn't a whole lot of fun. Anyway, that was my full review of the Frozen Magic. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I just finished my Coca-Cola slushie, and I rinsed this out real fast. You can see I didn't do that great of a job because there's still some ice in there. I noticed that this cup still felt cold, and as I scanned it there, it was like 21 degrees Fahrenheit still. So I'm going to try to do another slushie. This time I'm going to use just some pineapple juice. Let's see if we can make 2 slushies right in a row. It's about 6 ounces. I'm going to start squeezing the cup to see if I can get any ice to pop up. I've been mixing this for about 4 minutes, and as you can see, it did turn it into a slush. Not as cold as the previous one, but you know what? This is still a slush, and I am impressed. So out of 1 Frozen Magic, I got 2 slushies. Awesome. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Frozen Magic. You know what? Not that long ago, I reviewed another item that claimed to cool your drink down fast, and it's called the Cup Cooler. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at this review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.